He's a titular character. He made the whole story. And the Hobbits are just pawns, because it's really all about Sauron, and the Hobbits are just puppets trying to destroy his whole scheme. While the Hobbits just came out in the Third Age, Sauron has been around forever. Somehow, the Hobbits just decided to have their little party while Sauron really stuck around through all of Middle-earth. Hobbits, they're just little creatures anyways, thinking they could use Sauron's ring to make temporary adjustments. Meanwhile, Sauron knew to find the men easier to sway than the elves. He just figured who was easier to obtain to listen to him. So what can possibly go wrong with that? The One Ring is a great device. It makes you invisible and is the truest gift ever given to elves and men. After all, his name is Anatar, the Lord of Gifts. Duh. He even fought for the ring during the War of the Men and Elves. How could the elves and men not see and understand the power of Sauron? Poor guy, Sauron just wanted to gather the rings of power and give them to elves and men who just won't listen to him. And with the Númenóreans, he was just giving them a chance to follow their true desires. Who wants to be a Númenórean anyways? It could be just about the worst thing in the world. You're an imitation elf. You basically do what the elves do, all to just be told that you don't get to do what they do at the end, which is to sail west into the Undying Lands. The Valar just wanted to keep you in a cage, hence their ban, and what gives? After all, our Farazôn just knew what Númenor needed. Meanwhile, our Farazôn was friends with Amandil. While he knew Amandil was an elf friend, he didn't know what that entailed. After all, you have to die anyways. Who wants to do that? Thankfully, our Farazôn knew better and decided to take his ship and remain in company to the Undying Lands because he figured, Amon is a place, it's just a place, and if I can get there, I could become an elf and be immortal. What's wrong with that anyways? And lastly, Bilbo should have never found the One Ring. If he had not found the One Ring, then Frodo would have never taken it to Mordor, and Sauron would have had his way. See, he was corrupted by Frodo and the Fellowship. All he wanted to do was to be the greatest ruler, and the Hobbits killed it, making them just pawns of some sort of wizard, Gandalf from the Council of the Wise. And that council didn't even have anything to do with the Fellowship anyways. Gollum just couldn't live without the ring because it gave them advantages that he must not give up. Gandalf was fooled, big time. Sauron and Gandalf were of the same race, the Mire. Gandalf was just too much of a goody two-shoes to find his own path, while Sauron was able to forge his own path. That's really just the root of it all. The end.